Alright everyone, looks like I'm live here. Let me make sure we're good to go. Okay, cool. We are live. Make sure if my mic's working. Alright, yeah, that's working too. So let's go ahead and get started here. I just want to do a quick daily recap on the day. Let's go ahead and just let everybody kind of trickle in here. Today was definitely a fun day at that. YUMA, TLRD. Okay, there's that, there's that. Post that I'm live here. Okay, there's that. Alright guys, hopefully you guys had a great trading day. It was definitely a day to remember. I mean, it wasn't insane, but still, you know, a fun day. I guess it wasn't a day to remember, but it was a day to, you know, kind of feel like we're kind of back at home now. We're definitely getting there. So let's go ahead and let a couple more people kind of trickle on in here. We'll give it a couple more seconds here. And then we'll kind of take it from, okay, VT looks like some news on it. Okay, it's the same filings, okay. TLRD had a nice drop off here. Kind of letting everybody trickle in. We're just going to have about 5-10 minutes to just go over the trades, go over today. So we'll kind of let it get up to about 15 people live here, and then we'll kind of get started on today's trading day. Again, hopefully you guys had a great trading day. Hopefully you guys are, you know, making smart decisions, trading smart, and being smart people, making sure you don't make the same mistakes over and over again, and kind of go from there. So yeah, let's go ahead and kind of let some more people kind of trickle on in here. I know that everybody kind of, you know, had a longer trading day. There was a lot more moving parts going on today, which was awesome. So let's kind of go ahead and go from there. So anyways guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started, and then we'll kind of let people tune in later. But so the daily recap today, my first trade of today was actually an overnight that I had. It was LXRX. LXRX, I got long at roughly a 219 average, and then once I got long the 219 average, I set another 10,000 shares overnight, and I was trying to get filled at 202, I believe it was. Let me look on my phone just to make sure that's right. Orders filled, come all the way down. LX. Okay, so yeah, we got filled at actually 206, 10,000 shares on LXRX right in here. Let me see I don't know if it has the exact time. It does. So 4:16 a.m. I got filled at 206. So right there, okay. Right there, I got filled 10,000 shares on this candle right here. Came down to $2, tested $2, and I said, you know what, if we get closer to $2, I'm willing to take another 10,000 shares. I don't want to wake up, but if we get to that $2 mark, that's great. We did get to that mark. I woke up about 6 o'clock this morning, which was right in here, and I was already up pretty nicely. This thing ramped to 271. I took my eyes off it for a second, and here we are, you know, already down in here. And this would have been a nice scale out. I would scale probably everything into this pop. We are getting into the gap, but unfortunately I didn't, and then I tried to sell here, more TOS problems. I sold some right in here, I think it was, for a nice gain as an overnight, $3,000 overnight there. And then So that trade right there was kind of my thought process on that. You know, we had a nice gap. This is we had seen a lot of runners lately with these gap fills. A huge gap to fill here. One that I remember, NVTR, gap to fill, ABEO. How did that do today? This thing is still kind of flagging. ABEO. I mean, look at this thing. It's setting up, man. Higher lows, resistance right about 335. So I'm gonna be watching this one. Yeah, so there's that. YUMA was great for me today until the very end. So here's my trades on YUMA. I got long pre-market 315, and I sold out at. I love that I can look at my phone. Okay, hopefully. I just saw something on Twilio. Okay, nothing really there. Let's see here. So I got filled at 4,000 shares. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4,000 shares at 3:15 at 6:12 a.m. Okay. And I scaled on that one. So I was focusing on that one out of the gates, and I missed LXRX. And I scaled at 392 on YUMA. Sold at 384 and 392. Okay, and this thing ran all the way to $5 this morning. Okay, and then so that was a nice little gain, and then I got back long at 412 here, and I believe I sold out at 466 on that pop right there. Let's see, so let's see here. So long, 417, 415, 404, 402. Sold at 466, 460, and that was it. That was my full position. So scaled off that 412 average in here at 463 average, so right in there. I believe it got above high day there, and then VWAP was a nice break there. And then this thing kind of held all day. Took another scalp in here, I think. And then I got long at 455 for an EOD run, honestly. I was on a walk. I got long for an EOD run. We had just seen FRAN gap up after hours beautifully yesterday, and I thought, you know what? We're starting to see some life after hours. I want to see what would happen if is Costco doing something? I want to see if we can get a retest and maybe a breakout into after hours and see this thing start to run in after hours. Well, I took my eyes off the phone for about 10 minutes, and like right in here, I think. I thought we were setting up perfectly, didn't want to look back for a little bit. I was in a conversation on my walk, and I look back, and what do you know, 5 minutes later, I'm down, you know, $3,000-$4,000 on that trade right there. So in the end, unfortunate trade. I did get out like right in here, which is a nice little scale out, but because this thing then came all the way ripping back down to, you know, now we're under $3. That could have been even worse of a loss. But at the end of the day, you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I mean, you're gonna have those trades. I'm gonna look away from my phone, etc., etc. You know, I kind of like the idea of somewhat of passive income, and I'm not always gonna stare at my phone all the time. So at the end of the day, I did properly size myself into where I didn't lose my gains today. I could have been stupid and scaled in a lot more and more and more, but I took smaller size, which then helped me in my loss, and was going to add into the close when I got back. But those candles right there was not an add idea there. You know, that's just a straight up kill candle, and this thing's dead as bleep. So TLRD is making a nice comeback. So FRAN, guys. FRAN was another trade, and believe it or not, guys, I was long, and I will show you exactly where I got long on FRAN. That was frustrating, actually. Let me go ahead and triple check the exact fills. Okay, so 9:47 a.m., which is right there, is where I got long 1,000 shares at 12:34. Okay, this thing broke out, and that was the beginning of the run, right there, to 1830. Okay, would have been up 50%. Scaled out on the ask at, was it 12.90 for like a 60 cent a share gain. Wasn't mad about it. Completely happy. And then this thing rips like all the way up. I sold out on this pop, and this thing rips all the way up to 15. Consolidate, ramp up, consolidate, ramp up, consolidate, ramp up. Now we're on a multi-day runner, guys. This is a beautiful, beautiful multi-day runner. Okay. Let me maximize the sell here. So I believe I go. Oops. So I go here. Where do I go to maximize? I think it's right here, maybe. Yeah. So you can see this is a beautiful, beautiful multi-day runner. We get a gap up, a consolidation all day, then we ramp in after hours. Gap down here. Okay, right here. Then we get a ramp up. Okay, and now we're consolidating. I am in this one overnight. I am in this one overnight. Yuning Fang got long. 12K filled at 1658. A little bit better average than me. I think I'm at 1661. I did get long. My first starter was 1628 on that candlestick right there. Wish I would have taken most of my size down there, but unfortunately, I wanted to wait to see this thing pan out. I didn't want to see this thing tank in the close because I was hoping I'd get a tank in the close, and then it usually trickles back up. But it's not the case, and usually multi-day runners like this, guys, shorts get so damn trapped in this kind of stuff. Okay, we started at 5, now we're at 18. This thing's up almost 300% in 2 days. Okay, and I know that the market's been getting hotter. I know that there's a lot more chasers in the market. I see it everywhere. And I think we're close to having what I call a parabolic runner. And a parabolic runner is where all those FOMO buyers, all those FOMO chasers no longer are in one stock, another stock, or anything like that. They're all chasing the same stock because Joe Schmo in New York and Bob in California and Jill in Texas and in Sandy in Europe and Cameron in Washington and I don't know what else, but you get the picture. And all these people can collide, and what happens is you get a parabolic runner. And I kind of feel like FRAN has that concept. September 11th, September 12th, September 13th. We've been kind of slow. We're starting to heat back up, and my thought is everybody will collide on this one. Okay. And my hope is this thing goes parabolic. Now, I'm never 100%. I'm never always right. But I've seen this is usually the third day one day breakout, second day multi-day breakout, and usually once you get the second day, there's a third day, and that's the biggest squeeze out of all the days, right? The third day is usually the biggest squeeze. Has the most shorts, gets the most FOMO, things like that. But at the end of the day, you gotta make sure that you know your risks. You gotta know that any time can have an offering and things of that nature. Okay. But this thing has some serious potential tomorrow. What I'd like and what I could see happening is this thing gapping to $21, $20, kind of coming down a little bit and then ramping back up and then getting the parabolic move to maybe 25, 30, 40, maybe even $50. I can't tell you. I won't know until tomorrow actually pans out. But we've seen it with BPTH. We've seen it time and time again. At least I have throughout my career. And I've seen these setups take place. And a lot of times people start tripping over each other. Shorts getting trapped over longs. Longs getting trapped over shorts. And it creates a ton of volatility. And a ton of, price action. Okay? And at the end of the day, that's why we're here. We're here for volatility. We're here for price action. And, that's where we stand. So, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Overall, a green trading day up about, I think, $7,000 on the day, roughly. And, we'll see what happens from there. Okay? And kind of take her from there. Hopefully, you guys had a great trading day. Again, links are all in the description below. Check out the free trial. Check out the scanner settings. All the links in the description below. Check them out. Free trial in the description below. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? I appreciate you guys coming in. Hopefully you guys like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon to alert you if I make new videos. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers, team, and go Hawks.